Hey, what's going on, guys? Archer Mark here. I'm back with another video. Making this video as a video response. There's a YouTuber by the name of Batgirlraquel, and if you're not familiar with her channel, her channel is really cool. She's got a lot of cool videos. She is a huge Star Wars fan and loves Batman. Batman's like her favorite character, hence the name of her channel, Batgirlraquel. So she recently did a video where it started out as she was doing a review of The Dark Knight Returns Part 2, the Blu-ray that had come out recently, which is awesome, by the way, both Part 1 and 2. And then she sort of went into another direction and kind of skewed into another direction and went on this tear, proceeded to go on this rant on Warner Brothers and DC, basically about how they've really dropped the ball on getting the live action movies done for so many of their great characters. And she just goes on and on. And like I said, if you're not familiar with her channel, definitely check her out. I'm going to put a link to her channel in the description below and a link to her original video, and then you'll see what I mean. So I wanted to do this video. She was so impassioned about it, and I had agreed with so many of the things that she said. So I thought I would give my kind of 2 cents in there and give you my thoughts on this. Basically, if you've been following Marvel and the Marvel movies, over the past few years, they've been doing such an amazing job just taking it and just running with it. With Iron Man and the Incredible Hulk and Thor and Captain America, and then culminating in the Avengers, which is such an amazing picture. It was so incredible. It was so well done. And then, of course, we get Iron Man 3, and then Captain America and Thor 2, I believe next year. So, and then eventually in 2015 we're gonna get Avengers 2. So, but the thing is, here's DC has not been able to do this, and it's just crazy. Obviously, we're just coming off the Christopher Nolan Dark Knight trilogy. Batman has been done and done well. Then even if you go back to the late 80s and 90s, and you had Tim Burton's movies, and then they kind of skewed into a bad position when Joel Schumacher took over. Batman Forever is still pretty good. Then Batman and Robin is just, oh my God, it's so bad. In fact, if I have when Batman Begins came out, they put out a box set of those 4 movies, the 89 through 97. Those Batman movies. And I didn't want Batman and Robin, but it was just cheaper. I wanted the other 3, but it was just cheaper to buy it as the whole set. So I bought the whole set. And I've looked at Batman and Robin with the commentary by Joel Schumacher. And throughout the whole commentary, he's just apologizing throughout the whole thing for this movie. Because he realizes it's like so just not received. It just has not been received well at all. It's definitely up there as one of the worst superhero movies ever done. But anyway, so that was done. And again, the Nolan trilogy, which is so amazing. But no, they haven't been able to get any other character off the ground. We had Superman Returns a few years ago, which for me, I still enjoyed it, but it was not everything that we would have wanted in a Superman movie. It just didn't do what people would have hoped it would have done. I think the script, it just wasn't there. And now this coming summer, we get Superman Man of Steel, and you have Zack Snyder is the director and Christopher Nolan is involved in this movie, so I think there's a lot of high hopes for that. And Warner Brothers and DC are riding, a lot is riding on that movie doing well. They're like crossing their fingers, doing whatever they got to do. They need this movie to go well. Because, they said, in 2015, there's going to be a Justice League movie, a live-action Justice League movie. No. No, I don't think it's going to happen. I don't think, it's definitely not going to happen in 2015. I would be greatly surprised if it happens, if it ever happens at all. It may never happen. We may never see a live-action Justice League movie. I would love to see it happen, but I don't see it happening. And first of all, 2015, Avengers 2 is coming out in 2015. You don't want the Avengers and the Justice League movie coming out the same year. And you got Star Wars coming out that same year, hopefully. So, it's just a bad idea, 2015. And I just don't see it happening. They haven't gotten Superman properly rebooted. They tried to do a Green Lantern movie, which, again, I don't hate it as much as some other people, but it wasn't great. It was good. I enjoyed it to an extent. There were definitely some things in there that I loved, but to an extent. But basically, it's not a great movie. It's good. It's not great. So, Lantern, I don't think we'll be seeing a sequel to that movie anytime soon. I would love to see a Flash movie. I would love to see a Wonder Woman movie. I suppose we would need to see an Aquaman movie. I'm sorry. No matter what they do with Aquaman's lame. Sorry. So this is some of the same things she's expressed. And then even you look at like TV shows, live action TV shows, Smallville. I loved Smallville, but sometimes they were a little too much of trying to keep it real. They waited to the last few moments of the last episode for him to finally be in the costume, to finally see him fly. Until then, he leapt a couple of times very high, but he didn't actually fly. I've been very much enjoying the Arrow series, but again, they're going too much with trying to keep it realistic. I want to see some more like trick arrows. They haven't even referred to him as Green Arrow yet. He's just been, the Hood or something like that. It'd be nice. But in general, it's a really good show. I'm enjoying it. Hopefully we'll see some more comic booky kind of things in there. A Wonder Woman TV show, they tried doing that, and they did a pilot for that, and that failed. Years ago, there was actually a pilot for an Aquaman series, and that didn't get picked up. Oddly enough, the actor that played Aquaman in that pilot went on to play Green Arrow in Smallville, which is kind of weird, and they got a new guy to play Aquaman. Good for him. But yeah, I would love to see a Justice League movie. I would love to see it. We may never see it. Here's another thing. Both Marvel and DC have been doing, and they've been doing these animated movies, taking some of their good comic book stories and adapting them. And DC, in that case, they've done a great job. We've seen some fantastic animated DC movies from, The Dark Knight Returns Part 1 and 2, some Superman movies we've seen. There's even been some good animated Green Lantern movies. There was a good Wonder Woman movie. There have been some really good Justice League stories that have been done in animated form. So that's great, but it's the live action movies that they're sitting on their thumbs. They can't get their thumbs out of their ass to do it right. I mean, it can be done. It's not a case of we don't have the technology to make things look right. No. The technology is there to do great movies as far as effects and making the powers look good and all this other stuff, and that's done. But you need just follow the lead of what Marvel has done. Marvel took it seriously and they just did it right, and they got great writers and great actors, and they drew from the comics, and they made some great movies. They were, Iron Man was like a B-list character, really. He really was. And that first movie elevated him so much. And then you had the second movie, and then hopefully the third one will be just as good. And then again, the same thing with the other movies. Thor's kind of like, he deals with like space and science and like weird stuff. It's kind of a hard sell, but it worked. Captain America, I loved. It probably should have, I think it should have done better than it did, but I actually loved it. And the Avengers, again, it was amazing. It rejuvenated the Hulk. We still may see a Hulk standalone movie again. We'll see. I don't know. But the thing is, DC, get your butt going. We want to see these movies. I would love to see a Flash movie. I would love to see a Wonder Woman. And now I'm repeating myself, which I hate doing, but I'm doing it. So it's just, and this is some of the same points that she made. I'm throwing my own little twist in there and spin, and it's just, it's aggravating. It's annoying to see they can't seem to get these franchises going. Like, I don't know what the problem is. You got to find people that are passionate about the characters, that are passionate about this stuff. That's what Marvel has done. And, and just do it. Get going. And you got to hinge everything on whether or not the Superman movie works, which I have a lot of confidence. I think I have a good feeling about this. Again, Zack Snyder, Christopher Nolan are involved. I think we're going to see a good movie. Again, fingers crossed. I want it to be good. I want to see these other movies. I want to see a Justice League movie. I'm sure there'll be more Batman movies at some point. Maybe if there's any way they can get Christian Bale to come back at least one more time to do a Justice League movie. But I don't know. That might be a pipe dream. I don't know. In the meantime, what about, do a Batman Beyond? Then you don't need Christian Bale. I've talked with my friends that are into this stuff, and we talked about this before. What if you got Michael Keaton to come back and play like the old Bruce Wayne, and then you get some kid, you find like a young actor, 17, 18, maybe 19, to play Terry McGinnis. Do that. That would make for a great Batman Beyond was an amazing cartoon. It was an awesome cartoon for its time. And that would make for a great live-action movie. But whatever you gotta do. But Batman's not the problem. We got. Batman can be done. It's been done. And I'm sure we'll see it again. But let's go. Just DC, let's get going. Come on, guys. Seriously. Can we make this happen? Whatever you gotta do, do it. We want to see these other characters in live-action movies. We want to see a Justice League movie. So, I don't know. So, I don't know what else more I can say. I think I've covered everything I wanted to say. But just, if you're with me on this, let me know. I would love to know what you guys think. Please tell me in the comments below, what are your thoughts on this? Will we ever see a Justice League movie? I don't know. Well, there's my rant. I feel tired now. I'm exhausted. Anyway, so thanks for watching. As usual, comment, rate, subscribe. I hope you enjoyed this. I had to get my thoughts out there. I just felt this is something I needed. So to my next video. So long.